The Amazon Kindle Scribe came to the party with a less than exceptional note-taking experience. Why? Because you only had like 2 pens. And honestly, that hindered it. That really did break it. It didn't make it whatsoever. The recent update fixes all that. Before we get into that, we need to look at the other 2 things that have changed, and that is folders and subfolders. You can see here that on your main screen you have Notebook, you have a test document, I named it Peter, and we have a folder test. So we can go over into folder and look, we can make subfolders, and you can make subfolders of subfolders and just create new folders moving forward. This is a great way to organize your thoughts, to organize your books, to organize your notes. All you have to do is press the little plus, say create folder, and name it whatever you want. Test 4, say create, and there it is. You can do multiple things to it afterwards: open, rename, move, or permanently delete. It's all very simple, very easy to do. There's no problems whatsoever. The next thing is the go-to search within the notebooks. So before, you weren't able to actually jump to the page. Now you can go to the go-to page and go to a page between 1 and 9. That's how many pages we have in particular on this particular notepad. We can say 2, say go, and we jump over to the second page, and I can go on like that. Now, getting all that out of the way, here's what we have now: pen, fountain, marker, and pencil. Before, we only had 2 pens, and they were pretty paltry. That was it. Now they have advanced it a little bit more. So not only do you have 4 pens, pen, fountain, marker, and pencil, you also have thicknesses of each one. Now I must say, the thicknesses still have a way to go. So the disparity between the lightest and the thickest isn't that great. It is a little bit better than the beginning when we first had this in the studio when it first came out. It was almost no different between the lightest thickness and the thickest thickness. Now it's a little bit of a chasm opening up, and the thick one is genuinely a lot thicker. So that's really nice. We have the fountain pen, gets the nice swirls and stuff like that, and of course we have the ever so amazing tilt action on the pencil, where you can do the nice little dusting on the page like so, and only 3 manufacturers can do tilt, and it is an absolutely crucial note-taking feature that we genuinely wish more manufacturers adopted, because it really just is not enough to have just a pencil. Because the beauty of a pencil is that there's so much to the graphite tip that you want to do fine lines, and you want to do tilt, and you want to really get on that edge of the pencil itself. And that's simulating exactly what would happen on a piece of paper like this, and you can really cover a lot of ground. It's quite exemplary, and this is one of the best looking screens in the 10+ inch category, because as you know, it is a 300 ppi screen. Now that's really it, what you can do on the note-taking section right here. You have all the erasers. You have erase selection, erase page, and this one is the marker, and you get fine, thin, medium, thick, and heavy. This one is going to add a level of transparency and translucency, so you are able to make layers in a way. Now, they do have a long way to go because they still didn't add everything else. So we want to see a little bit more here, and I'll tell you what we want to see, as Amazon does watch our content as well. I understand we're not the biggest channel in the world, but in the world of e-readers, we definitely have some clout. We want to see shapes. We want to see layers. We have to see layers, shapes, and we must see some sort of grabbing tool or magic tool where we can select things like that, grab it, and move it around. And right now we just have our fingertip, which basically changes the Wacom tip into our fingertip, and you can turn that off or on. And it really only is useful if you have gloves on, basically, because otherwise you just use your finger. We need to see some very simple things, potentially a share. We need a share to anything. It doesn't have to be social media platforms, but it can be a simple email or even your Amazon associated email. Very simple things that every note-taking should have. There's a bunch of other things. You can have AI, which translates whatever you write on the screen, but that's not necessary. But these things, I feel that to make any sort of note-taking device capable, it needs to have these things. It is great that Amazon added these. We absolutely love that. But we just need to see more. There needs to be more. And we're not being critical. This is a note-taking device. It's advertised as a note-taking device. They have multiple pen choices. They sell the pens and the tips separately. It's in the advertisement campaign. It's promoted as such. So you have to come to the plate with the proper equipment. And right now, they're getting there, but not enough for a home run. This is everything you need to know about the latest update, 2023, March 1st.